Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
And from the Ames ISU Ice Arena in Ames, Iowa, it's Friday night Illini hockey on the road, presented by YouTube. Hi, everybody. I'm Cristiano Simonetta. Stephen Cohn will join me in just a second. Ames, Iowa, population just over 66,000. You'll find a lot of college students down the road, but also a talented CSCHL club in the Cyclones. It's a battle of two top 10 ACHA teams that are familiar with one another. The number 9 University of Illinois Fighting Illini against the number 10 Iowa State Cyclones. I bring in Stephen Cohn. Stephen, the Illini aren't often swept, especially at home, but that's the fate they received after dropping 2 consecutive games to the University of Jamestown last weekend. The other time they were swept this season, early November against the Cyclones at the Big Pond in Champaign. How does Illinois take the home team's wind out of their sails right off the opening puck drop tonight?
Well, that was a weird weekend, wasn't it? The Illini not usually swept at home, a rare occasion. Now, if they want to get back in the swing of things, they'll have to go on the road to Iowa State and try to win a few games. So what do they got to do? They got to just play with that intensity all game. We saw moments last Friday night. It was slow at the start of each period. And if the Illini come out each period tonight, play fast, got a great goaltender, David Eflin, going for the Illini once again tonight. If they get some of their offensive players rolling again here in 2018, I think the Illini should have a good shot to win one or both games this weekend.
Illinois mustered only 3 goals in 2 games against the Jamestown Jimmies last weekend, but it wasn't for a lack of trying. 30-plus shots each game, yet a couple posts, several posts. Grant Stuve shaking his head still a week after hitting a wide-open cage that could have tied up the game on Saturday. Tonight, though, what will the team in orange and blue have to do to create more offensive scoring chances against a team who allows the most goals in the CSCHL at 2.8 a game in the Cyclones? That may not sound like a great number, but nonetheless, they're still last in a division that's very tightly contested.
Well, I definitely think the Illini just need to get more shots on goal. They got to kind of pressure the goaltender tonight. That's going to be Matt Gedege. Get shots on him. That's what the Jimmies were doing last week against Heflin, and it worked there 18 seconds into the Saturday night game. They got 4 shots on Heflin, and they got 1 through. So if the Illini are able to use that middle of the ice, pass the puck well, and get shots on goal, I think they should be able to come away with 3-4 goals tonight.
But it has to start from their defense, Stephen, and senior captain Joey Rittendale has battled various injuries over the past 3 months, currently nursing an upper body injury he suffered in last Saturday's game. He's ready to go tonight. He'll be playing, of course, alongside Joe Nolan. But if number 2 in orange and blue is less than 100%. Who will fill and replace his minutes moving forward?
Well, first you got to look at, if he is playing on the ice, what that does to the rest of the team. Just to see their captain, their leader for the second season now, be on the ice with a pretty gruesome injury, hurt it last, upper body last Saturday night against the Jimmies. If he stays on the ice, that's a big help for the line. But if they don't, it's going to be guys like Joey Caprio, Tyler Opilka, that second line defensive pairing. They're going to be playing 25, 30 minutes possibly tonight, which they've done in the past. They're willing to do again, but that's still an awful big load. That's why the Illini dressing 7 defensemen tonight. Mike Turek, the 7th defenseman.
Mike Turek Jr. gets involved in the lineup, maybe a rotating cast of defensemen if Rittendale can't go 100% as the game progresses. Look, Steven, these are CSCHL games with dramatic ramifications. Illinois is last in division, but a win in regulation tonight would propel them to second. Iowa State, on the other hand, can tie Lindenwood for the lead with a regulation victory of their own. We know it's parity throughout the CSCHL. There's a reason why most of the teams in the division have won national championships. Simply put, though, how important is this weekend series between the Illini and the Cyclones?
I think you just said it. Every game here in the CSCHL matters. Every game here and out for the Illini matters, except the weekend series against Illinois State next weekend. Other than that, though, the Illini need to play their best hockey going forward because the ACHA tournament right around the corner.
David Heflin single-handedly swept the Cyclones last season in this very building. The past 2 seasons, including this one, Iowa State has swept Illinois at home. It wouldn't be an Illini hockey pregame show without a score prediction. It doesn't matter where we are, whether it's the Big Pond or the Ames ISU Ice Arena in Ames, Iowa. What do you got, Stephen Cohn?
Let's go 3-2 Illini. I think an overtime winner.
Any goal scorer? Are you that confident? Who's going to score the goal?
Who? Wow, that's a tough one. Let's go Drew Richter in overtime.
Richter has 3 points in his last 7 games played, but in early December scored the OT GWG against the Lindenwood Lions. But tonight, it's the Illini. It's the Cyclones. We'll get you the first period puck drop in just a couple of minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey Pregame Show presented by YouTube.
So you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do when it's not in the afternoon.
Tonight we are victorious, champagne pouring over
it hurts until it stops. We will love until it's not. I'm a killing spree in white. Eyes like broken Christmas lights. My touch is black and poisonous, and nothing like my punch drunk kiss. I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright. I'm like a scarf, trinkets all up the sleeve. I taste like magic, waves that swallow quick and deep. Throw the bait, catch the shark, bleed the water red. 50 words for murder, and I'm every one of them. My touch is black and poisonous, and nothing like my punch drunk kiss. I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright. Victorious.
And hello, everybody, from the Ames ISU Ice Arena in Ames, Iowa. I'm Cristiano, Simonetta, joined by Stephen Cohn alongside in the broadcast booth. We're on the road. It's Illini hockey, number 9, University of Illinois, fighting Illini hockey versus the number 10, Iowa State. We welcome you back into the Ames ISU Ice Arena. Some technical difficulties. They're all hammered out now. It's a great atmosphere in this arena. Only one side, the side at the bottom of your screen, of course, you cannot see if you're tuning in on the YouTube live stream. But it's almost packed here. There's a lot of fans, a lot of firepower in the crowd, and a lot of firepower in the ice for the Iowa State Cyclones. They've been dominant in the past couple weeks, especially sweeping Robert Morris University in a game in a weekend where they needed to bounce back, because after they swept Illinois in early November, they fell quickly.
Yeah, definitely. It was their goaltender, Derek Moser, 2-8 since that series back against the Illini last semester. So they made that switch. Matt Gedecke's going to be in goal tonight. Hasn't played the Illini yet this season. It was Moser that swept the Illini last semester, but some camouflage sweaters being donned by the Cyclones. They'll, of course, probably be raffled off after tonight's game. Military appreciation. The Illini, well, it's also a big weekend for them.
Matt Gedeke, 6-2-0 on the season, 2.43 goals against average, .918 save percentage, stopped 68 out of 69 shots versus the Eagles last weekend, 3-0 in his last 3 starts, all against CSCHL opponents. David Heflin in the net to the right, 9-7-2 this season, 2.44 goals against average, .911 save percentage, 1-3-1 in his last 5, the worst stretch of his ACHA career, and we're underway here at the Ames ISU Ice Arena in Ames, Iowa, and the Cyclones dump this one in quickly. We get an icing only 8 seconds into the first period. You expected from 2 high-octane offenses to become a lull. 8 seconds in, and we get our first whistle and an offensive zone face-off for Illinois.
Hey, on the bright side, I don't think the Illini will give up a goal in the first 18 seconds of today's game.
You still got
They still have 10 seconds
to go. So if you just jinx this,
we'll
we'll get another redo of the opening puck drop. Bobby Ernsting on the draw. And he wins it cleanly. Back for Tyler Opilka, Effingham, Illinois native. Junior defenseman over to senior blue liner Joey Caprio. Bottom of your screen, Thomas Kolas tips the puck in. Counter races to it along the far side. In the Cyclone zone, it's turned over. Here's Kolas backhanding one out in front, and that one was stifled there by Trevor Sabo out in front to the far side point. Stepping into one is Opilka. He fakes it, drives, and fires one. And that means the end boards. Adam Alcott uses the corner glass and dumps it away. Kept back in by Illinois. A sharp first shift, on the road and starting one of their faster lines, and especially on this tighter ice surface. And
the Illini have already made that effort to kind of center the puck for Bobby Ernsting, get those shots in front of the net.
Adam Alcott, Rochester, Minnesota native, 6 goals, 10 assists on the season, number 15 in camouflage and maroon. Let's drop back for Anthony Song to the far side and cleared all the way down. This will not be icing. Joey Caprio to take it. 18:54 left in the first period. No score from Ames, Iowa.
Definitely a dominant first shift for the Illini. A really good job of maintaining possession and also not allowing the Cyclones any chance. They just dumped it in twice.
The Illini change up their forward groupings. Third line out. James McGing tips one in. Charlie Salk races after it against number 24, Kurt Hallbach.
How about Charlie Salk? Big improvement this season, especially last weekend.
Trying to find himself in the bottom 6. He ends up with 5 points 2 weekends ago. And the series against Jamestown, he may not have come away from it with any offensive points, but he played solid at both ends of the rink, and I think head coach Nick Fabrini noticed that and rewards him with a top 9 spot, playing alongside one of the Illini's most dominant forwards in James McGing. Another dominant forward is Eric Cruikshank. He fires one on a quick save by Gedeke. He holds on. 18:09 left in the first period. No score, but Illinois dictating pace early. Nothing to show for it so far.
And I kind of like that shot from Eric Cruikshank. Just try to get yourself going. He didn't score at all last weekend. I don't think he scored in a few weekends. So try and just get those shots and goal and get that comfort level here in a big weekend.
Cruikshank at the right circle. On the draw, we wait for the official signal, and Cruikshank wins it. Drew Richter off his skate for Cruikshank. Wanted to reverse it, instead taken away by Brian Bandick. He lofts one up into neutral ice. Joe Nolan gloves one down. His first taste of Iowa State on the road as a freshman defenseman. This one's cleared in, gloved by Heflin. 2:06 into the first period, no score. How will a defenseman, a guy who plays so many minutes like Joe Nolan, adapt to such a hectic atmosphere away from home?
Well, I think he's gonna have to find, maybe focus a little bit less on offense, especially with his line mate Joey Randale suffering right now from the upper body injury, and focus a little more on defense.
Grant Stuve, senior forward, saucers one to the Iowa State bench, cleared there by Justin Paulson at their own blue line. Back out to the Illini territory. Nolan skating back and across for the captain Joey Rittendale. Rittendale now for Nolan. He knows how to use his wheels. Plays it through the middle for Novosel, now for Stuve. Grant Stuve for John Moskalik. He tips it in deep. 6'2", first-year forward. Boards up his man to the far side corner. Novosel couldn't get that puck free for Illinois. 17-18 left in the first period. Anthony Song expecting to play a lot of minutes tonight. Sophomore forward / defenseman. He plays both. But it looks like Jason Fairman has started him along the right side. Now Evan Sabo may have a breakaway. He hits the blue line, now moving in. Sabo's in and just hits the shoulder of Gedeke, who steers that aside. But the sophomore in Sabo creates a turnover at the right point. Stole it past Song, but was denied by the right shoulder of the goaltender.
Evan Sabo getting more playing time the past few weekends. Big weekend for him as he plays against his brother Trevor Sabo.
Look at that matchup. Number 28 in orange and blue against number 9 in maroon and camo. Trevor Sabo, 18 points, 21 games. Now on the left circle, a shot there. May have been outside the cage and redirects into the netting. 16:39 left in the first period. But how about the fourth line generating the best chance for Illinois? Evan Sabo, Matt Gedeke, one of the best goaltenders in the past 3 weeks. He has been unbeatable in his last 3 games, both figuratively and literally.
Well, some great aggressiveness by Sabo at the blue line to kind of poke that one away and take it all the way himself. Just couldn't finish the job.
Face off to the right of Heflin. Iowa State wins it. Slap shot there was blocked down in front by number 7, Tony Uglum. Uglum, of course, with his brother Jake. Perennial goal scorers on this Iowa State team. Now back to the top of the left point. Risky play there as Counter was pressuring. That's dumped back down. Max Olson redirects the puck back into Illini territory. It's Tyler Opilk, a stretch play. Kolas tips it in. Look for Illinois to exploit the middle area of the ice. They think that they're faster than Iowa State's defense group, and we'll find out here. It's not the big pond, Steven, so much less room for error as the slightest bounce, and like we saw with Sabo, you could have yourself a one-on-one opportunity. Counter steals the puck at the left point, and now will dangle back into center ice, wanting a change. Opilka now for Kolas. Kolas for Caprio out of Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Definitely using that middle of the ice last week. Kind of allowed the Illini to get a few chances against the Jimmies, just weren't able to capitalize.
Tipped in by Ernsting. The race is on. It's number 24, Hallback in McGing. Salt canceled his man out. McGing out in front. Caprio's wide open and a glove save there by Gedeke. The puck is still outside the crease, and Caprio can't whack it home, but McGing centering the puck to a senior defenseman in Caprio. But Matt Gedeke, 2 for 2 in one-on-one stops, and we're only 4 minutes and 37 seconds into the first.
And Joe Caprio scored his first goal of the season a few weeks ago. Another chance right there.
As Paulson's drive was blocked away by Salk. Now for McGing, gains the line left side. Nice deke move. He comes free. McGing to the net, and that shot was blocked maybe off of Salk in front, and he gets it again. McGing saucers one for Rittendale far side. The captain lays one on. Shot was blocked down, and Gedeke will glove it. 4:59 into the first period. Illinois pressuring Iowa State, but the most important part, this game is still scoreless. The goaltender for Iowa State, Matt Gedeke, the senior, holding his team in it.
But James McGing with another chance. That puck, well, a little too far past his stick, but he was able to corral it, take it all the way to the net, and couldn't score the goal. Matt Gedeke, great first 5 minutes.
Crookshank, clean draw win for Rittendale, goes off the back of the boards. That's also a play that Illinois has tried in practice, utilizing the end boards like it's Joe Louis Arena. Back in the mid-2000s, early 90s, Stuve out in front for Crookshank. That was too hot to handle, and Song pitched it away to the far side where Rittendale cleans it up and lays one for Stuve. Stuve waiting for traffic. Crookshank one-timer and off the glove of Gedeke, and now to the far side corner. Illinois, it's a firing squad so far. David Heflin hasn't been able to make a save so far, simply because his defense has been hammering away at Iowa.
And great play by Neil Novosel at the blue line to also knock that one away.
And Stuve. Quick forehand, backhand move to keep the puck going north for Illinois. 14:15 left in the first period. We're glad you joined us. Cristiano Simonetta with you. Stephen Cohn alongside. We get an icing. 5:46 in. It's very tense between these two teams. It seems like whenever a first goal is scored, the floodgates open, but until that point, it's very hard to generate offense.
Yeah, but Illinois right now at least getting the chances. Iowa State maybe playing a little bit hesitant, and they know Illinois is about to break open maybe at any point.
Face off to the right of Gedeke. Now along the end boards. As Novosel bumped into Song. Bottom of your screen, it's Adam Alcott. He speeds in along the right wing, gains a line, drops one there for number 22, Colton Kramer, who had 2 points against Illinois. And they're 2 games this season. And dumped there was Kramer by Novosel. And how about a second hit, but Iowa State keeps the puck on the goal line. Shot there from a tight angle. Bumped away there by Heflin. Now to the far side, Moskaluk. Flips it ahead for Sabo. And number 24, Hallback, starts the rush again. Olsen now cross corner for Uglum. Now to the middle, Kramer lost the puck in his skates. And Ernsting gets to the puck with counter. 2-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2 for Illinois. Counter right circle has Bobby trailing in behind. Counter stops and starts the half boards. Intercepted there, and now a rush here from the Cyclones, possibly, but they're late on their change. Drops here for Uglum. He shoots one off the shoulder of Heflin, and it's steered away the ricochet for Ernsting. Transition, it's a track meet. Here comes Kolas, left circle. And he throws one out in front, but knocked away there was Counter trying to execute that low slot redirect. Penalty coming. Illinois to the power play. Once Iowa State regains, they will. 13:05 left in the first period. Illinois to an early power play.
And the speed of the game just picked up in the last minute and a half or so. Both teams now not really any good shots, but just very back and forth play. And that felt like a moment where Illinois might be able to break through on that 3-on-2. But now a power play where Illinois is one of the best teams in the country.
Illinois' power play percentage, 24.0, second in the CSCHL. Tough to believe that. PK percentage for Iowa State, last in the CSCHL, 81.3. And Cruikshank wins the most important draw of a power play, the first one. It's McGing, now back Ernsting. Left circle now for Opilka straightaway. Right circle, Cruikshank, right pad save there by Gedeke. And he kicks one away, but not out of the zone. Opilka keeps it. And here's Opilka now for McGing, who scored a power play goal in last weekend's series. His shot was blocked away. Now here's Bobby in Gretzky's office behind the cage. A lot of time. Iowa State begging him to give the puck up, and he does to the far side, Cruikshank. He's pestered a bit by a penalty killer, has some more space. Opilka straightaway. A lot of traffic in front, Stephen. Illinois wants to get that shot through, but will they? Here's a shot off the pad there of Gedeke through traffic as Holmgren was in the middle there, and it's deflected out of play. 42 seconds gone by, and the minor penalty to number 10, Justin Paulson. 12:22 left in the first, zeros.
This matchup right now especially favors the Illini, very special teams, and that the Illini have that advantage on the power play, and Iowa State not as good on the PK. So the Illini is really one they have to kind of break through.
Stuve on the draw. He won it again. The face-offs for Illinois controlling the dot. They've exercised that notion. Kolas reverses it for Nolan left point. Joe Nolan now for the freshman transfer in Kolas. 5 games this season, or 6 games. He has 5 points. And a shot there, saved by Gedeke. He turned around. And there's a whistle. 12:08 left in the first period, but it seems like Illinois wants to throw the kitchen sink at Matt Gedeke in this first period. He has to have at least 7 or 8 saves.
Yeah, well, I've seen 3 shots by Eric Cruikshank in the first 8 minutes, a few by Kolas now, 1 by Sabo. So a lot of shots Gedeke's facing. Good game plan by the Illini.
And a face-off tie-up, but Stuve gets it free. On the left circle, kept in by Richter. Richter banks one down low. Goal line play for Kolas, out in front for Stuve. Now Nolan steps in, fires, and that one was blocked away. Stuve for Richter, shoots, save and rebound, score! On the power play, David Kellner. 8:07 into the first period. Illinois is off and running.
That took 4 shots for the Illini, but they finally kept wearing down Gedeke, and it came with Kellner in the low slot. So the Illini finally able to break through, get that first goal, and they have their first lead since last Friday night.
David Kellner, his 5th goal of the season out of Elk Grove Village. And boy, he was at the right place at the right time, but Nolan, Stuve, Richter getting pucks to the front of the net and following up with those chances. Gedeke, you can only move left to right so quickly on ice. And he left that vacant side open due to those repetitive shots on goal. We're back underway. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. If you just joined us, David Kellner gets the scoring started in Ames. Matt Gedeke using his long frame as well as his goal stick to get the puck on the right side. Now Evan Sabo. Sensing blood in the water, possibly for Illinois. They send out their 4th line. Neil Novosel gets to the puck. He's checked. Plays it for Nolan left point. And Novosel again. Spinning one in. Sticked away by Gedeke easily. 11:20 left in the first period. 1-0 orange and blue. As Nolan plays one out for Sabo. Late on his shift. Slaps one in. Blocked. And the puck stays in at the left point. And now finally taken away by the home squad. Shot in wide by Iowa State as Illinois tries to create another chance.
But you can see even the 4th line for the Illini is they're winning the time possession with the puck. So it's all the lines right now for Illinois just firing on all cylinders.
What you can't do if you're Illinois right now, Stephen, is take a penalty. This shot is out in front. A chance here for Sulky Finn on a backhanded try. And Holmgren blocked the puck into the net. But instead it was knocked away by Gedeke. I believe Illinois will go to the PK, and right on cue, Illinois will go to the sin bin. 2 minutes for interference at 9:18.
That was an enjoyable play, though, from Charlie Sulk in front of the net. He whiffed one, had a chance to get Illinois' 2nd goal, but now whole head for a 2-man minor. And the Illini also good on the PK. We saw that last weekend against the Jimmies.
10:42 left in the first period. Iowa State heading to their first man advantage of the night. They were 0 for 3 on the power play last week versus RMU. At the other side, Illinois has killed 15 straight power plays over the past 4 games. Here's Aaron Azevedo, an Illini killer over the past 3 years. Now here's number 19 for Iowa State. That was Cody Ryder. For John Severson, Azevedo, right circle. Wanted to step in, and a save made there by Heflin with 10:25 left in the first. Here is Ryder, near side for Azevedo. Down low, goal line play. Back to they score! Oh, beautiful goal! We're tied. Special teams goals being the focal point. It's 1-1 in Ames with 10:17 left in the first.
Yeah, back-to-back, Iowa State will get pucks on net, use that center of the ice again as the Illini did, and they broke down David Heflin.
And it's tough on that far side, a great pass from the goal line, and it was ripped in by number 7, Tony Uglum, for his team-leading 15th goal of the season and his 3rd point versus Illinois over the past 2+ games. As Tony Uglum with that goal, number 7 in maroon and camouflage out of Moorhead, Minnesota, with that rip, and Heflin had no chance. 1-1 our score here in the Ames ISU Ice Arena. Power play goals for either side, and we're still early in this one. Richter throws one on, and a glove save there by Gedeke. 9:57 into the first period.
So now we'll see at even strength if the Illini can get back to what was working the first 5 minutes of the game, where they're just getting pucks on net, controlling the puck, and just playing overall good play on defense.
But you can't take an offensive zone penalty. It was like I had read the game script and had seen it coming. Illinois with all the pressure early on, giving Iowa State some life. Here's Nolan. Now Rittendale straight away shoots one, blocked down in front. Richter with a spin around try, and that one was diffused before it got to the net. On the far side, it's Severson. Hits a man through the middle, it's Alcott. 1-on-3, trying to take Nolan wide, but him and Rittendale converge on him. And Richter throwing around his body a bit too, and it gets out for Bobby Ernsting, and he'll spin back for Rittendale. Delayed offsides.
Rittendale skating well so far, but that's not the issue. It's maybe being more hesitant with throwing his body.
Intercepted there by the captain. Joey Rittendale takes it in right circle, has a man out in front, and that shot easily wide. Here's Kellner between his legs, now for Rittendale. On the near side corner, 9:19 left in the first period. Kellner with the first power play goal in this game. Tony Uglum with the second. And they're on opposite teams, so we have 1 goal aside. Here's Kellner, now for Nolan, attempting a toe drag. Bobby Ernsting resuming that role at the point, covering for Nolan, but it gets out to the near side and cleared to Nolan at the red line. He'll go backwards for Rittendale.
Bantic applying a lot of pressure on Nolan there at the red line.
Nice pass off the skate of Kellner. It will be a legal play and not one that can be ruled for icing. 1-on-3 is David Kellner. He's been buzzing early, not just with the goal. He drops him for home run. That shot from a tight angle missed everything. And a big hit there by James McGing on number 26. That was Brian Bandick. Forces an icing. That could turn into a very pivotal play in this game, especially with how early Illinois has dominated on the faceoffs.
And James McGing has been struggling on the offensive end of the ice, but to be able to use his body still and play defense like that, that's a great chance now for the Illini.
Holmgren, McGing, and Salk, Caprio, and Opilka at the point. But a crucial draw win there from the Cyclones, but McGing trying to win the loss. Out to the near side. The man who got hit in the last shift, Brian Bandick, gets it out for Azevedo. Azevedo right wing, shoots one in, patted away by Heflin with ease. And it's sky-hooked into the protective netting, 11:39 into the first period. It's very shocking to look up at that scoreboard and only notice that there's been 11 minutes off this clock when we've had a plethora of action at both ends.
Yeah, you've seen 2 penalties so far. The first 5 minutes feel like they took a while with some whistles, but it's been a great game so far, 1-1.
Illini win the draw in their own zone. Caprio now to the far side for Salk. That pass was knocked down. McGing maybe 1-on-1 now. A Holmgren out in front and a blocker save there by Matt Gedeke. He had to be sharp there and quick because Holmgren really knows how to let one go as Salk was bored into the near side. He's slow to get up. Azevedo to take it. 8 minutes exactly left in the first period. Illinois wanted a call, and Salk goes after Azevedo with an elbow, and it's cleared away for Uglum. Tony Uglum spinning one on it for right pad. Save there by Heflin. Outstanding. Keeps this game tied. And Holmgren has McGing near side along the wing. Shoots one, glove there by Gedeke. The goaltender's flashing leather, flashing pads. It doesn't matter. Still a 1-1 game. Goaltenders making huge saves with Heflin and Gedeke keeping the attempted second goals out.
That David Heflin save right there. Oh my. Joey Caprio couldn't get in front of it, so Uglum was able to get to the goal. But David Heflin throwing his right pad in front of it. Great save.
This looks like it could be a scoring barrage as Sabo was taken down on the circle, and he lost his stick. And a tripping minor here. Or there was a whistle, and yes, a tripping minor. 7:37 left in the first period, and Sabo dropped his stick, but the problem was he dropped it in the way of a Cyclone, and he'll sit for 2. So Illinois, who had 15 straight power plays successfully killed, snapped off that last one, Iowa State gets a chance to double their power play goals tonight and take the lead.
And both Illinois Miners so far tonight have been in the offensive zone. Those are penalties you just can't be taking in this kind of game.
Now here's Olsen, right point. Out of the near side, Alcott. Down low, he gets it back. Alcott, far side, the trigger man. It's Anthony Song. He replaces Olsen and filters below. Now Alcott, 7:20 left in the first period. Alcott goes across the end boards. And on for number 18, Dylan Goggin. Goggin, who scored in last weekend. Now Anthony Song shoots one. Deflected, didn't get through to Heflin. And Eric Cruikshank backhands one down. Here is Gedeke. Sets it on a table for Olsen. Instead drops one back for Song. Anthony Song, head fakes, moves through the middle. Head coach Nick Verbrini wanting Illinois to pressure Iowa State as they gain the line, instead of letting them just walk through. Caprio in a battle along the end boards with a pair of Cyclones, comes free for Song, right point. Anthony Song with some patience. Now down low for Azevedo, right circle, that's his spot. Now for Olsen. He overskated for a second but regains possession with 6:35 left in the first. Olsen, right point, lets it go, save made by Heflin, and he holds on, and finally a whistle. 54 seconds left in Evan Sabo's minor for tripping, and 13:30 into the first period, it's 1-1.
Illinois doing a great job on defense right now to keep Iowa State to the outside and not allow those passes inside to get a few shots on Heflin.
Here is Holmgren on the draw against Azevedo. And Holmgren won it cleanly, but Opilka and Caprio with some miscommunication. So the home team is going to be able to get the puck, at least for a millisecond, as it's boarded up there by Colton Kramer. It squirts free to the right point. Now left point, Uglum. Attempted one-time attempt. Opilka couldn't get it out. Here's Severson. With Azevedo at the bottom of your screen, he hits him. Has Ryder at the top. And a penalty coming up to Iowa State. And another offensive zone penalty from two teams who are very disciplined, and a tripping penalty. It came right in front of the net, right in front of both officials, so not exactly the most disguising minor, but we're going to have 4-on-4 for 28 seconds with 6:04 left in the first.
And Nick Fabrini and Jason Fairman, Iowa State's head coach, two of the most well-respected coaches in the CSCHL and the ACHA, so two undisciplined penalties here in the first period. Two by Illinois, one by Iowa State now, all in the offensive zone. Not a clean start for either team.
Colton Kramer goes to the box. That's his 23rd and 24th penalty minute of the season. And Bobby wants to win this one through the centerman. We'll see if he's able to execute it. Look for McGing to stay in the high slot. Bobby tried it and failed, but 4-on-4 for the next 23 seconds. And Ernsting creates a turnover. Now for McGing, great move, but it was too hot to handle. And a swiping poke check there from Caprio to negate a streaking Goggin. Here is McGing. Stopping and starting, playing one for Bobby. The two Illini playmakers. And Ernsting circles back with the power play about to kick in 5 seconds. It is McGing going for Ernsting. As Cruikshank regains it. Illinois to the power play. Far side. Cruikshank shoots one, blocked, and that goes almost over the netting. 5:29 left in the first period. 1:25 left on Kramer's minor for tripping.
And Illinois so far tonight winning the battle in neutral ice. It was Joey Caprio's little poke check right there. Was Evan Sabo earlier able to take it for a one-man breakaway. So just a nice job by the Alliance so far, not allowing any breakouts by the Cyclones.
Richter on the draw against Azevedo, and Azevedo actually chopped that puck out to neutral ice. A very smart play for number 17, the junior defenseman out of Spokane, Washington. You have to circle him on your programs if you're Illinois, because you got to watch out, as he has struck, and he has struck several times. Here's Stuve, left circle, backdoor play, and that was just off the tape of Richter along the end boards and cleared away. Maybe an odd man break for Iowa State. I don't think they recognize it, and it's cleared down. Heflin wants some help, and Nolan's going to be his far side option. Kolas is near side option. Still 53 seconds left in the Illini power play. Nolan's pass was knocked down, but kept by Richter. His great speed gains the line right wing. Here's Stuve along the end boards. Has Kolas in counter for support. It's in counter skates. Now back to the top of the point. Top of the umbrella for Nolan. Richter. Great pass for Stuve. Wants to set up Nolan. Instead, take the slap shot of his own. Maybe a slap pass on the goal line for Kolas, but that was blocked. And Kolas with 30 seconds left in the Illini power play. Richter now for Nolan. Rittendale comes on. Shot there. Blocked. Off the chest of Gedeke, no real danger there. Kellner wins a battle, fakes around a man, backdoor play, out in front! And that one is stopped there by Gedeke with 15:39 in to the first period. 17 seconds left in the Illini power play.
Illinois was looking for Thomas Kolaz on that little rebound play to the right side of Gedeke. Wasn't able to get it, though.
If you're just joining us, Cristiano Simonetta with you right now, Stephen Cohn alongside. Very exciting first period. 1 goal apiece for either side, but there has to be 10 shots for either team at least. Maybe Illinois moving into that 15-shot first period total, which would be outstanding against a CSCHL opponent. But Matt Gedeke has been the guy, and been a guy that Illinois has failed to stop over the past couple of years.
But definitely how you win games in this conference is by just getting a lot of shots.
And here's McGing, left circle. Great saucer pass on the tape of Opilka. He moves in, shoots. Pad save there by Gedeke. A big rebound let up and cleared away by number 8 Erickson. Except for it's kept in by Opilka. Lofts him on, another pad save there by Gedeke. We're back to 5-on-5 with 4 minutes left in the first. This is Homerin on the near side, pressured by number 26 Bandic. And Bandic skates away for the Cyclones. Salk lends his body to him. Keeping it going is Erickson. His shot off the blocker of Heflin. Now for McGing.
2 straight shots where Illinois had nobody on the weak side to get that rebound opportunity.
A stretch play. Here's Homerin. He goes behind his own net. Starts the wheels. Nice backhand move to escape. Now for McGing. McGing. Turned over the puck, but gets it back along the red line where it's cleared in by Kramer. Nolan shifts one for Caprio. And back to Nolan again with 3:15 left in the first period. Nice pass on the tape of Neil Novosel, the 4th line forward. As he takes a hit but stays on his feet. Not very often do we see him go down. Now it's on the far side, Evan Sabo eyeing a man and takes the puck. Sabo falling down. Now back right circle. Here's Moskluk shooting one, blocked down there by Anthony Song. And now to the near side of the Illini 4th line, causing more havoc. The puck comes into Gedeke. And he'll just take the face-off. 17-10 into the first period. Ones are wild in Ames.
Yeah, there's been a few big hits into the boards, a few great saves so far by Gedeke. This crowd just not very lively yet. I'm wondering what will wake up that crowd. It's a great audience here tonight at the Ice Arena. You want to hear him loud.
Novosel on the draw, tied up. Moskluk wanting to help, but Max Olson hoping to excavate it for his club, the freshman defenseman. Plays it to a weak side, and now it's out. Mark Kendati to the middle for Novosel. Now Moskluk, left circle, shooting one in, and a stick save by Gedeke. And maybe they need to extend the glass higher here at the Ames ISU Ice Arena, because that's about 5 or 6 stoppages from goaltenders, putting their stick out and directing the puck into the netting, which surrounds, as you see if you're watching on YouTube, surrounds the entire rink, which is good for the fans. You don't want anybody to get hit by a piece of vulcanized rubber. But
not just that, a lot of hard shots by the Illini have hard rebounds that do go into the netting.
Cruikshank won the draw. It bounced over Kendati's stick. Kendati for Jack Graham, the junior defenseman, playing one across for Stuve. He gains a red line, slaps one in off of a stick. Cruikshank down the left wing, out in front. Now to the right point for Graham. He winds and fires. A knuckle puck was stifled there before it reached Gedeke. And cleared away, gloved down by Stuve. Here comes Grant Stuve, right circle, 1-on-3. Nice move, and it's sticked away there. And beautiful play from number 20, Anthony Song, who's played a lot of minutes, or excuse me, that was number 24, Kurt Hallbach. So in his 3rd season with the Cyclones, he's been very solid.
But also a beautiful play by the senior, Grant Stuve.
Yeah, Stuve trying to go 1-on-3. It's tough to do it in the CSCHL, but sometimes individual players find a way. Jared Erickson turning around, and the other 8 on the ice. Mark Kendati clears this. No icing, 1:38 left in the first period. It's Justin Paulson with his speed, reverses it. And it'll be reversed once more. Turnover, Ernsting, now for Kellner. David Kellner, right point. Shot there from Opilka, that just missed. And Kellner speeding to the left point, kept in by Caprio. As it comes back out. Kolaz has to tag, 80 seconds left in the first period. On the stick of number 6, Nick Sandy, looking for his first goal of the season, has played 21 games this year and has not hit the back of the twine.
They're going to jinx him right now.
Well, apparently I called the Illini offensive zone penalty about 5 seconds before it happened, so maybe I've got luck on my side as this puck again goes into the netting. 62 seconds left in the first period. 1-1 as Eric Cruikshank goes to retrieve his lumber as it was slashed out of his hand in the previous shift.
If you're the Illini, you like the way you play in this first period. You also like that Joey Randall is playing well. It helps that depth there on the back end. So Tyler Opilka, Joey Caprio not overworked yet tonight.
And it's offensive depth, Stephen. Not one line is creating all the opportunities. It's the third line in McGing, Holmgren, and Salk. You have Kolaz, Kellner, and Ernsting, who seem to be dynamite every time they step foot on the ice together. But then that stable but reliable 25, 10, and 15 line of Cruikshank, Stuve, and Richter.
And that fourth line, what not to love about them, opportunities, but especially puck possession, and they bring that energy that this team sometimes needs.
Holmgren won the draw for McGing. He lost the puck, but anything James McGing has done tonight seems to end up on the Illini stick. Now it's Uglum, right circle. Had it blocked away by Caprio. He's pressured by Uglum. Turned over. Colton Kramer battling for it. Uglum on the goal line. May want to center it. He does, but knocked away by number 5 in orange and blue. Back for Uglum. Could be a late chance here for the home team. Out of the left point, it's Cody Ryder. His pass down low was knocked down, but still materializes on the stick of Uglum with 30 seconds to go. Ryder kept it in. Fakes around Salk as McGing took a tumble, which the fans, of course, enjoy. But the puck comes out as well as Anthony Song rifles one in for Heflin to set up. 20 seconds left in the opening frame.
That was a long possession by the Cyclones. Not really one good shot.
And here's McGing over the red line. Watching Azevedo took a slash from him and dumped it in. Gedeke off his pad. And out of the far point is McGing getting into it a bit. 3 seconds left in the period, and that will do it for the opening 20 minutes here at the Ames ISU Ice Arena. Some tensions possibly flaring as McGing doesn't have a stick right now.
Yeah, I think McGing was pushed over almost by Sabo. Landed, his head was into the Iowa State bench. Right now he's talking to one of the refs.
I think he's trying to get his stick.
I think the...
And Derek Moser gives it right back to him. So some animosity building. And Illinois goes into the first period intermission. They got the scoring started, but Tony Uglum, an answer and a quick one for Iowa State. Those are all the goals we have after 20.
Yeah, definitely a better first period than we saw last weekend when the Illini were trailing the Jimmies on Saturday night. So tonight, able to match the Cyclones, probably outplaying them through a period. It'll be interesting to see if the Illinois can keep that going.
There's one guy who can break through in the offensive side in the second period. Doesn't matter which team, who's it going to be?
I think Eric Cruikshank got too many shots on net there. Keep him going. That first 5 minutes, they're really pounding him in the puck. They kind of stopped, though, the second half.
David Counter, the first goal. Tony Uglum, the response. Tied at 1 after 20. We'll see in 15 minutes for the start of the second period. This has been the Illini Hockey First Period presented by YouTube.
Staring at two different views on your window ledge. Coffee is gone cold, it's like time froze. There you go, wishing, floating down, I wish it would. It's like I'm always causing problems, causing. I didn't mean to put you through this, I could tell. We gonna sweep this under the carpet. I hope that I can turn back the time to make it all alright for us. I promise to build a new world for us two, with you in the middle. As my soul's laid to rest, what is left of my body? Or am I just a shell? I have thoughts, and with flesh and blood I commanded an army. Through it all, I have given my heart for a moment of glory. In the end, as you fade into the night, who will tell
'Cause in my mind, it's all a waste of time, and there's no excuse at all. Then I realized, surprise, you were right all along. And I wanna know, have I sunk to a brand new low? And I wanna know if I've gone too far, 'cause I've lost all my self-control. Guilty as charged, I've been convicted and tried. Was it too much to ask for you to take my side? 'Cause there's nothing here left to defend when it's always me that you blame in the end. 'Cause in my mind, it's the perfect crime, and there's no excuse at all. Then I realized, surprise, you were right all along. And I wanna know, have I sunk to a brand new low? And I wanna know if I've gone too far, 'cause I've lost all my self-control. Nothing is what it seems to me. We're sleeping without the dreams. Without you, nothing defines me when I'm slipping away. It's only you that can find me, and I'm over my head again. I'm falling from end to end. And
And we welcome you back into the Ames ISU Ice Arena here in Ames, Iowa. For the start of the second period, it's 1-1, Illinois and the Cyclones. Iowa State going from right to left, and a quick shot there off the chest of Heflin. And it's John Severson as Illinois will go from left to right. I'm Cristiano Simonetta, joined by Stephen Cohn. A bad angle shot. Stop there, as sending one to the front of the net was Trevor Sabo. So 20 seconds into the second period, Iowa State taking a page out of Illinois' book. 2 quick shots within the first 30 seconds of the period.
And 19 shots unofficially by the Illini in that first period. Only 9 for the Cyclones. So Illinois really dictating the pace of this game, getting the shots on goal. 2 offensive zone penalties, gave up the 1 goal for Iowa State. But other than that, I think Illinois really outplayed Iowa State in that first period.
Rittendale from a gang back for Rittendale, who cycles one through the middle. Now on the near side, Joe Nolan fakes a pinch. Jared Erickson felt the pressure, and it's through the zone, and Nolan will be the first one on it for Illinois on the forecheck. The defenseman leading it. Now behind the boards, clears one in. And this one may go all the way down at will as Holmgren's going to reach the hash marks. 48 seconds into the second period. The Illini with a pivotal offensive zone draw. I know it sounds like we're beating a dead horse, but any draw in the offensive zone is important because right off the face-off win, you get a quick shot from the point in this arena. Pucks are going to start finding twine. Here's Novosel. Won it to the near side. Sabo was knocked down. Puck flutters over Rittendale's stick. Erickson may get to it. A sliding play from the captain to defuse a one-on-one break for Erickson. Now here's Evan Sabo. Puck went through him.
Exactly what we talked about with Joey Rittendale, just the effort he provides with injury tonight, that what that means to the rest of the team.
Azevedo spinning one out in front. Nolan with a nice play and a cancel out to the near side. Moskluk got it only as far as the Cyclones blue line where Max Olson out of Northfield, Minnesota. Jump starts, the Cyclones rush, maybe a 2-on-1, right circle, Colton Kramer. Nice saucer play right off the stick of Azevedo, and he had some room. Heflin going from right to left. And now to left point, Olson shoots one through traffic, and a save made by Heflin as Moskluk was screening his own goaltender inadvertently. And from the circle, Heflin makes a stop, 18:29 left in the second.
Yeah, good and bad by John Moskluk there. He wasn't able to hustle down enough to really make that play. Got lucky that it was a long pass, but also screening David Heflin made it a tough save for him.
And faceoff will come to the right of David Heflin. The top line comes out. Drew Richter. Oh, there's been a change. James McGing hops over the boards with Stuve and Cruikshank. Do you think that this is the appropriate move for head coach Nick Fabrini right now?
I think he's trying to spark that offense a little bit, use that line that just always provides that extra spark.
But the Cyclones are the one who wins the draw. Out of the near side, number 18, Goggin. Goggin gets the puck along the hash mark to the left circle. Now for Anthony Song. Song walking the line around McGing. Has a bad angle shot off the outside of the cage. The red light inadvertently came on. And now Goggin may step into one. Back to the right point, Max Olson. This is not a power play. Or excuse me, it is, as John Moskluk is in the penalty box right now. That went unseen from all of us.
Didn't even notice.
And no announcement from the announcer down at ice level, so that baffles us. Now to left circle, Goggin, right point for Olson. Shot there off the glove of Heflin. And here's Opilka slapping one out and almost kept in by Song. So 1:08 left in the Iowa State power play. Usually doesn't slip through our grasp, but nonetheless 5-on-4 for the home team.
It felt like the cycling was just a little too easy there for the Cyclones. I was confused, but yeah, the Illini only with 4 guys in the ice right now. The third penalty taken by the Illini today.
And still no word on what John Moskluk is sitting in the sin bin for.
Hey, 2 minutes.
17-13 left in the second period. Here is Rittendale. Behind the net, can't free it. Azevedo to the far side point. Number 17 in maroon and gold. Down low for Severson. And for number 19, Ryder. His pass was knocked down the low slot. Wafted away by Ernstine, but can't get it out deep. Azevedo now for Uglum. Left circle, who scored in the first period. And it was a power play goal. They like to rotate it down low and have Uglum seep in on that back door. 16:45 left in the second. One-timer shot there. And that was off the mark. Kellner on the left circle as Iowa State accidentally clears their own zone, or clears the offensive zone rather. And Uglum has to double back with Ernstine on him. 3 seconds left in Moskluk's minor, and they've killed it.
And a great chance by the Illini.
Richter's in, score! Drew Richter, and it's 2-1 Illinois, 16:23 left in the second period, and the freshman strikes for the team in orange and blue.
That puck was just kind of left there waiting for Richter at the blue line. Moskalik was coming right out of the penalty box as well. The two of them, easy play, gets it past Gedeke, 2-1 Illinois.
And Drew Richter, when the puck is free and there's a race for it, you know one guy's going to always come out of it, and that's number 10 out of Darien, Illinois, a freshman pickup by head coach Nick Fabrini. Had 3 points in his last 7 games. Now a team-leading 11th. Not 11th
yeah,
goal of the season.
I said he was going to score an overtime goal tonight. Still could. Didn't say he wouldn't score in regulation, but great play by him.
A huge momentum shifter for Illinois, killing a power play off, and then out of nowhere, the puck just came free, and Richter was all alone and beat Gedeke to the glove side. And Drew Richter gets an unassisted marker as Iowa State looking like they were as shocked as we were on that one. And now Illinois trying to add more. Here's Cruikshank, left circle. Richter was just off sides with Stuve along the far side. 16:04 left in the second period, but Richter had a slow start to the season in terms of his goals against CSCHL opponents. He's picked it up, scoring against Ohio, as well as Lindenwood, and now Iowa State.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird line shift there by the Illini, whereas Richter still out on the ice with a guy like Moskalik. But Richter has been on the line with Stuve and Cruikshank, the trust of Nick Fabrini to kind of put them out there with Illinois' best offensive players. That's a huge, it says a lot of the freshmen.
And cleared all the way back. Jack Graham in a race forward with Erickson. He spins one for Richter. Richter with Bandick on his back. It's Cruikshank. Ladling one off the dasher. Stuve takes a tumble. Cleared away by Sabo. Now onto the stick of Severson, left circle. And for Alcott rushing in at the far side corner. 4:32 into the second period. Illinois up 2-1 over the Cyclones. Out of the right point, Song steps into one. Blocker saved by Heflin with the man out in front. In the left circle it goes for Ryder. And that puck gets out of the way of Anthony Song's reach. And a zone clear for Illinois. Alcott with the puck back on his stick. Here is Song. With Salk on him. McGing, nice steal, right circle. James McGing, he's in. Cross pass! Oh, man, but Charlie Salk settling a rolling puck down with the one-timer, and that one just fluttered wide of the cage.
I'm not really sure if Iowa State defense can stop James McGing tonight, which bodes well for Illinois. He'll get a lot of opportunities, maybe a few goals.
Nolan trying to go coast to coast. The puck was blocked and off the outside of the cage. 5:18 into the second period. Goes along the far side and chopped out there. Azevedo couldn't settle it down. It's Nolan. Nolan back out of the middle for McGing. Played it ahead for Homer and Salk filtering in the left circle. Here it comes, one-timer, that one went wide. As Charlie Salk, one of the hardest shots on this Illini team, couldn't give the Illini a 3-1 lead in this second period. Nolan with a nice stop-up, and it's kept in along the right circle. Maybe a 2-on-0 and a shot there from Azevedo. Wanted to pass it and instead got too much on it, and that's a whistle. 5:43 into the second period.
Kind of ended up a little bit like a curveball there from Azevedo. The Heflin had to stop. Nice save by him. It's going to get that one as it dove away on his glove side.
Drew Richter, the only goal scorer in the second period so far on that breakaway, 3:37 in. And now on the near side, it's Opilka for Caprio. And Sabo tipping one through the middle. A dangerous play, almost kept in, and now kept in. Azevedo trying to get back to his skates. Pass for Uglum, spinning one out in front. Caprio with a nice block. Along the goal line, it's played for Opilka to the far side. Sabo, the Skokie, Illinois native, tosses one ahead for Moskalik. Knocks one in. And John Moskalik, a steaming truck there at 6'2" as he takes down a man. And out to center along the red line for Caprio, now Opilka.
John Moskalik kind of just threw down Kurt Talbot.
And Novosel wanted to advance, could not. The Illini with some quick changes, 6:25 into the second period. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now, Stephen Cohn alongside. Drew Richter's 11th goal of the season as the Illini up 2-1. Here is Hallbach, pressured there by Kolas, but Iowa State escapes, and that pass is offsides as a failed dump-in attempt by Bandick. 13-18, left in the second period. What have you seen from Illinois that's been different, or maybe it's just been the same type of offense, and now they're just starting to get results?
Well, I think it's been this. They just keep getting shots, but also great pressure defense, really playing great neutral ice, just pressuring the Iowa State, getting a few breakaway opportunities.
And Drew Richter's goal in this game is the first Illini hockey 5-on-5 goal in 3 games. An element to the Illini's offense that has been struggling, as Ernsting wanted to dangle around Erickson. They'll tag up now Kendati. 7 minutes into the second period, 2-1 Illinois.
Shouldn't come as a surprise to Iowa State. 2.8 goals allowed per game this season, highest in the CSCHL.
Now for Jack Graham. Shovels one to the near side. Ernsting got it ahead, and Kellner brings it out to neutral ice. Dumped in. Here's Graham on his backhand. Now for Kolas, and Kellner settled down by Bobby. Illinois with a chance here, maybe a 3-on-2. Kolas, nice pass for Kellner. Wanting to spin one out in front, but a nice cancel. Kolas has a man at the point. Instead, threw one out in front through the skates of Kellner, who was unsuspecting. Now to the far side, Tommy Hansen. He's dumped down, and Kendati with a shot. That one went wide. Kolas with a check along the near side. Illinois playing with some fire now. And it's Kellner keeping the puck in out of the air. And now it's back out to center for Graham. And Ernsting play pitch and catch. Bobby, nice move, but he's canceled out beautifully by John Severson. 3-on-2 rush for the Cyclones. It's Alcott with Severson out in front. That shot was wide, and we get a whistle. Too many men on the ice here for Iowa State. A poor change, and 7:58 into the second period. We'll see what the call is, as it was on Illinois, rather, or again, a whistle where there's no clear penalty called yet, but the referee, I thought, made the signal for too many men on the ice, but nobody in the box yet. And two guys, or two teams are on two different sides of the ice.
Yeah. But on offense for Illinois, Kolas and Kellner, some great teamwork between that line. They look like they've been playing together for years. They've only been together the past month.
And the penalty is going to be on Illinois. Too many men on the ice, so I thought it was Iowa State making a poor change. Instead, it was the visitors. Head coach Nick Marini wants a word and is protesting. Nonetheless, a power play for ISU.
And you look at where the Illinois miscues are coming tonight. 2 offensive zone penalties. 1 too many men in the ice. That's their 3 penalties tonight. You're not putting yourself in a good shape when you're taking those kind of errors.
It's mental miscues, Stephen. In Iowa State, you don't want to play with that type of intensity and then have it halt in the form of a penalty that could easily have been avoided. So it's dumped down. Here's Gadecki out to play it. Iowa State 1 for 3 on the power play so far, as John Mosluk took a minor, and Illinois killed that off in the middle frame. 11:43 left in the second period. Azevedo's pass was knocked down and brought in by Uglum. Tony Uglum, great move to the front of the net. Shot save, rebound in on a second save by Heflin. Closes the door through the legs, and he just kept that one out. Oh boy, 8:27 into the second period. Heflin's turn to maybe steal the show.
David Heflin's been excellent for 2 years now for Illinois, as maybe this team's top goaltender. But tonight, keeping Illinois in the game as some miscues make it difficult for him.
Azevedo, a draw with Novosel. Bottom of your screen, now the puck escapes for Rittendale. Rittendale and Novosel, the captain, taking some bruising, taking some bumping. All signs go throughout the first almost half of this game. Cleared away by Kellner. And Neil Novosel is going to be a guy in the forecheck that's going to give guys like Tony Uglum, who want to advance it, a problem. And now it is Ryder, 12 points in 28 games this season. Flips one in. A check there on Rittendale, and guess what? The captain's back on his skates. It's Azevedo with 2 options at the point. It's Ryder. Cody Ryder, now right circle. Azevedo stepping in, fires one, blocked down by Nolan, and that had to sting. 9:05 into the second period, and 53 seconds left on the minor for too many men on the ice. The Illini defensemen taking some bruising, but they're getting the job done.
Yeah, Joe Nolan right there, getting down, taking that puck. Joey Rittendale against the end boards. Some great play from both those defensemen. Also, Joey Rittendale about halfway through this game. It doesn't seem that he's been limited in any way tonight.
Big face-off here for Bobby Ernsting. He lost it cleanly. Now Iowa State back to work. It's Max Olson to the far side point. Now it's Alcott down low. They play pitch and catch. Alcott shoots one, maybe outside of the cage. May have got the iron. Now to the near side, Song pinching. Down low along the goal line. It is Sabo now to the point. Pad save there. Heflin on Song. And the thing is, Stephen, he kicked that one out to the near side, out of the way of the goal line, where it would have been an easy rebound for Sabo, who has 8 goals this season. Now for Song, 20 seconds left in the Iowa State power play. Song some head fakes, Kolas staying in on him. Back to the top of the umbrella. Olsen. To the right point it goes Alcott. Shimmying his way down low. Alcott again. Maybe a backdoor try, and that one was knocked away by Kolas, and he'll spiral one down. Back to even strength play in 2 and 1. 10:02 left in the second period. We're back to 5-on-5.
Illinois' PK unit's been excellent twice tonight.
Azevedo has a man, backdoor out in front, and that was a similar play like Charlie Salk on that backdoor as Uglum flipped it over the cage. Illinois wanting to catch their breath after killing 2 minor penalties in this second period. Haven't had a chance to get the power play going. James McGing negates the icing. And why wouldn't he? McGing out in front for Salk, and an active stick there from a Cyclone. Now the right point, Rittendale. As McGing along the goal line wanted to deflect it towards the front of the net, could not. Here's McGing, who's been wreaking havoc. He gets a puck free to the right point. Rittendale dives, couldn't keep it alive. 2-on-2. McGing is back at the right circle. And Nolan the only defenseman back. Nice play there, and a rebound try off the outside of the cage. And Nolan couldn't get it deep. It's Paulson on the near side. And McGing, all he's going to do is try and flutter it up, and will so, and gets down the ice. This one will not be icing, as Uglum could have handled that puck, and it doesn't even reach the goal line anyway.
This game insane right now. It seems like every time each team has a chance to score.
McGing wanting to go one-on-one. He gets stopped up. Here's Novosel and Salk on the forecheck. They get the puck free. McGing in the high slot. Now it's Jack Graham with some time, with some space. Shoots one off the right pad of Gedeke with 8:45 left in the second. Salk hooked a bit, keeps it going. Now down low for Novosel, and Evan Sabo gets to the puck quickly around number 6, Sandy. Look at Evan Sabo move and turn on the wheels. Goes down low and reverses it for Moskaluk. And chopped one there for Sabo. Now it's Moskaluk. Surrounded by 2 Cyclones, needs some help. Sabo comes out with it. Evan Sabo moving and shooting. Blocker save there by Gedeke, and it's squirted just free and wide of the far post.
Evan Sabo, great opportunity. The Cyclones kind of just left him open right in front of the net.
And he throws a hit on and keeps the play alive. And that one is cleared, possibly all the way down if it reaches the line, but I believe it's going to stop, and Mark Condati will have to play this one 12 minutes into the second period. Kendati needs some help. 3 Cyclones around him. Lofts one up ahead off the skate of Stuve. One-handed one to the near side. It's Crookshank. Crookshank down low. Angles one in. Gedeke clears it to the near side. Bottom of your screen. Comes free for Opilka. Swiping one for Moskaluk, who gains the red line. Late on his shift. Dumps one in. 12:19 into the second period. We get a whistle and an offsides. Fast action. It's rapid pace, but only 1 goal. Are you surprised by the amount of offensive output that we've seen in the middle frame? Only 1 goal, possibly more coming.
Well, I think both teams right now, they have excellent goaltenders in Gedeke and Heflin playing some great hockey. And 4 minutes without a whistle, so all these rebound opportunities, kind of surprising. And yeah, as you said, only 1 goal here in the second period.
And face-off between Dylan Goggin and Bobby Ernsting. At the center dot, won by Bobby. Now here's Caprio. Tips one out to the middle. Counter. Comes through for Tom Kolas. Kolas skate the stick. Tight angle. Keeps going. Counter plays it to himself. On the far side, here comes David Counter. Backhanded one for Bobby. Pinned to the boards there by number 19, Ryder. And look at the hard work from the Illini second line. It's Kolas. It's Counter. And it's Ernsting. Song spins away and faked out Ernsting. He's able to skate away and clear it into center where it's knocked down by Caprio and dumped back in. 7:05 left in the second period. Skating quickly is Song. Going coast to coast. Caprio, a nice poke check to keep him wide. And a shot there. Missed everything, possibly a centering attempt. Here's Tommy Hansen. The sophomore forward is bumped down along the end boards with 6:49 left to go in the second period. Here's Hallbach. Cleared one in. Off of Opilka. And now it's Ernsting. Ernsting for the captain. He turned the puck over. There's 2 guys out in the middle. Here's a chance now for Kramer. That shot was blocked away by Bobby. And out of the air. Kramer again. Azevedo battling for it. And it's cleared away by Kellner. And Bobby gets it out along the near side boards of the middle area. The forwards are allowed to change. Kolas shaking off a shot block.
A rare miscue by the captain, Joey Randall, and clearing the puck.
Here's Uglum. Fires one on. Just dumps it in deep. Azevedo. That pass was knocked away. Opilka setting up the top line. Here's Richter. Chips the puck around. Grant Stuve will negate the icing around Hallbach and bumps away from a check. As a man right point, it's the captain. Instead goes left point. Joe Nolan faking around a man, spinning away, and gets some space. And he'll go down low and possibly take it the whole way. Here's Nolan. A lot of guys out top for Illinois. It's Stuve out for Richter. Wanted a one-timer instead stepping into it. That shot was blocked away in the low slot. 5:51 left in the second period. Richter comes to the puck free again. Cruikshank will get it along the goal line. Now maybe out in front. He shoots one. A pad save there by Gedeke. Where's the puck? It's loose. It's on the stick of Richter. Shooting one off the skate there of number 22, Kramer.
Iowa State, some great traffic in front of the net. Nothing Illinois is shooting is getting to Gedeke.
Here's Richter, wide open, great! Stacking the pad, save there from Gedeke. Oh, vintage! Patrick Wire, Dominic Hasek are loving that move. And Matt Gedeke sprawling out in desperation, and he makes the stop. 14:31 into the second period. Richter almost had his second of the frame.
I spoke too soon. Great centering pass for Richter. He takes from the high slot, and Gedeke sprawls his entire body to make that save. Keep this a one-goal game for the Cyclones.
Matt Gedeke always throwing out some extra tricks at 6'4", 185. You never know what type of goaltender you're going to get. And now Rittendale. His shot was blocked away off a skate, and he'll have to race back for it. Severson hooking him a bit. Now on the near side, Sabo. Two number 9s battling. Now along the left circle, kept in by Severson. Looking for a shooting lane. Illinois needs to cover the guys along that high slot as there are 3 Iowa State Cyclones with 5:08 left in the second. Holmgren jumps on a route. Can't get it free. It's behind the net. Nolan checks a man. Kept in the left point by Paulson. Paulson is bumped by number 11, Charlie Salk. And sent back in almost off a skate and into the net. What we saw Saturday against Jamestown, luckily for Illinois, ended up along the end boards instead of with the red light going on. And that flipped drive is gloved by Heflin. 15-17 into the second period. There's been moments in this second period, Stephen, where teams are under siege, but the attacking team is not able to get that final punch.
Yeah, and Illinois and Iowa State, they're both doing everything they can on defense right now, I feel, to eliminate any open good shots, except after a few passes, a few rebounds. But each team just finding a way to get shots to the net.
And Evan Sabo, shot out of a cannon. Here he comes, going wide on Song. Evan Sabo finally negated, but his progress from the defensive zone into the offensive zone is admirable. As Moskaluk now back for Sabo on the far side corner. Shot in, save made, maybe a rebound try. And it is Goggin, the freshman, couldn't get it deep. Kendati fires one on, missed. Jack Graham pinching in at the right point. Gets the job done. Novosel bumps into a man. And there is going to be a whistle here. 4:18 left in the second period. Faceoff stays inside the Cyclone zone. I believe it's a hand pass.
Evan Sabo, you can see this game means a lot to him this weekend. Just getting the opportunity to play against his brother Trevor. Sabo played at Illinois State a season ago.
Novosel won the draw to guess who's Sabo. He's hooked a bit. Illinois wants a penalty, and they're going to get one. A late call from the official, the back official, 4:12 left in the second period. A hooking minor. Illinois going to the power play.
Yeah, each team now with 3 penalties tonight. So Iowa State's, though, taking not in the offensive zone. Obviously not the same type of miscue. But now will be another chance for Illinois to extend their lead, especially starting in the offensive zone.
Penalty on Anthony Song, a critical penalty killer for Jason Fairman's club. Illinois starts out this power play group with Chance Holmgren along the center position, Eric Cruikshank and McGing on the wings, and Opilka and Bobby Ernsting at the points. Holmgren won the draw a bit too cleanly, and it's back out to center and into the Illini zone with 4:08 left to go in the second.
Ohio, Robert Morris, another CSCHL action, 1-1 after 2 periods.
And that spells doom for any other team in the CSCHL if multiple teams get those 3 2-point games. And now it is McGing on in front for Ernsting. He shoots one off the goal post. Maybe it went in, and McGing thought it had gone as that was a wide open 6x4. Now here's Opilka for Cruikshank, looking to see if they can get the red light on for good. Tip play out in front, and a chance here for Homer. Save made by Gedeke, and he holds on. Or it came loose for Ernsting out in front. Cruikshank shoots one just wide of the right post. Oh, he went low with it and just missed the iron. Here's Opilka. 3:30 to go in the second period. Opilka shoots one, glove there by Gedeke without traffic, and that gives this student section here at the Ice Arena in Ames, Iowa, something to cheer about. But Bobby Ernsting just missed that shot as McGing had thought that puck had gone in.
Yeah, shots just missed by Cruikshank and Ernsting. They're vintage Illini hockey, dating back to the last year of the two of them. But yeah, some great shots, and Gedeke not even having to make the saves. It's Illinois right now just not putting the puck in the back of the net.
Cruikshank to the near side. Chance Holmgren gets it free for Opilka, but a nice play from Alcott to maybe cause a turnover. And Ernsting has to skate back into his own zone with Alcott right on his tail. Alcott takes Ernsting down as Ernsting lost an edge before contact. 3:10 left in the second period. 57 seconds left on Anthony Song's minor for hooking. Holmgren is first to his own dump in and throws aside a man. Cruikshank now back left point for Opilka. Tyler Opilka now for Cruikshank. And Bobby Ernsting. Cruikshank wide open, shoots one out of the glove, and a rebound try for Ernsting, but a sliding block there from Alcott. And McGing keeps a forecheck coming. Can Opilka keep it in? He does. 34 seconds left in the Illini power play. Here's Cruikshank. Saucer play for McGing, too hot to handle. Shoots one off a skate in front. Low slot play and slashed out of his hands was the stick of Bobby Ernsting. A penalty to come. Iowa State will be down 2 men for 26 seconds, a slashing minor, and this is a huge part of the hockey game here, Stephen. If Illinois is able to capitalize before the 26 seconds expire, they'll have a full set of another power play. Well, not a full set, but a minute and 34.
And I love the way they want to play in this power play right now. Some great shots, but also guys like Chance Holmgren still checking into the boards, trying to create those open opportunities with less Iowa State man on the ice.
And a lot of action, a lot of just amount of offense, amount of defensive prosperity on both these teams. It's a fast game. You can tell by whenever the inflection in my voice and there starts to be a lot more words being spit out in just a few seconds, you know things are getting interesting, and Illinois with a chance to extend their lead to 2, but a critical face-off win. But Stube behind the net. And cleared away by Iowa State, and that's big. 2:28 left in the second period. Momentum shifter if Iowa State's able to kill these 2 penalties off.
And still 10 more seconds, so maybe one more rush by the Illini.
Nolan now for Richter, wanting to go far side. And he tries the wrap play. Canceled out, a man goes down, 5-on-4. Where's the puck? It's behind the net. Richter couldn't find it, and now does. Here is Nolan. 1:28 left on the 5-on-4 shot there, gobbled up by Gedeke. Counter couldn't get the deflection. 17:57 into the second period. 34 seconds gone by in this power play. A slashing minor on number 15, Adam Alcott.
We see that exact same play last week against Jamestown, going from the point for deflection.
And look, it's one that Illinois, when they get traffic in front of the net, good things happen, and Chance Holmgren benefited on that last weekend, but a face-off loss, and it's cleared away. Illinois probably 20 seconds before they get back and set up again with 1:18 left in the power play as we speak. Joe Nolan, the quarterback on this second unit, has to turn back as 4 Iowa State Cyclones crowding the blue line. Cruikshank couldn't get it in deep. Usually that was Stuvag. And finally along the near side, but this is going to be an easy clear for number 4, Max Olson. And he gets it done on goal. Save made by Heffel with 54 seconds left in the Illini power play.
Yeah, really aggressive PK unit right now from the Cyclones.
Bobby Ernsting has the puck in his skates. Now here comes David Counter, right circle. Has a man back door instead. Went short side, and a man is dumped into the net as the puck is in the netting. 1:21 left in the second as Eric Cruikshank was canceled out, and he scored himself.
And we always say keep going toward the net. Right there, Eric Cruikshank ends up in the net, so.
A stoppage on 2 accounts.
Yeah, still 45 seconds, though, for the Illini on this power play with a opportunity to make it a 2-goal game.
Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. We're glad you joined us. 2-1 Illinois. Second period almost over from the Ames ISU Ice Arena in Ames, Iowa. Holmgren with a big draw win. Opilka couldn't get it to Bobby Ernsting onside. And now kicked ahead there by number 23, Severson. Down to half a minute to go in the Illini power play. It was 26 seconds of 5-on-3 time for the team in orange and blue, but they haven't been able to get a shot on this unit. Now here comes McGing, near side, settling in, down to the last 60 seconds. McGing, high slot, it's Bobby Ernsting. Now for Opilka, 2 right-handed shots, trying to set up a one-timer possibly. And here's Bobby with Opilka, straightaway, shoots one, blocked down, redirected just wide. 7 seconds left on the power play. The Illini have to get a shot here. Here comes Cruikshank, fakes a drive. Now for Opilka, they pressure him, and down low, even strength. They may try and crowd the net now. Here's Ernsting, spin around, shot on a shoulder, saved by Gedeke. So 2 big kills for Iowa State, and maybe they're not done as Cruikshank gets taken down. 23 seconds left in the second period. As number 22, Opilka was bumped, and McGing, look at the speed, just out muscling the Cyclones. And he dodges a hit and goes down. And now to the middle. It'll be offsides. As McGing appears to be okay. 8 seconds left in the second period, and he's talking to the Iowa State Cyclones bench. And I wonder what the conversation is.
Hey, but an excellent series right there, or sequence of events by Iowa State on that PK, the 5-on-3, the 5-on-4. Just a nice job of clearing the puck several times and even creating some offense for themselves right after.
Illinois wins the faceoff, 3 seconds, 2-1, and for the first time all weekend, we have a team leading after a period intermission. After 40, Illinois up 2-1. Drew Richter with the latest goal came 3:37 into the second period. So Drew Richter said he was going to score. You said in overtime that still can happen with your 3-2 score prediction. But now, for the third period, a pick to click. Who's going to strike? You got to look into that crystal ball and see who you're going to pick next.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm feeling Aaron Azevedo. Feel like a lot of great play from him there in that second period. And I feel like maybe another unforced error coming from the Illini, so maybe another chance on the power play for Azevedo to tie up this game at 2.
Azevedo, 13 goals, 10 assists on the season, and he scored the game winner the last time these two teams met, Saturday night in early November at the Big Pond. 2-1 Illinois. After 40 minutes, we'll get to the third period in 15 minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey second period presented by YouTube.
Staring at two different views on your window ledge. Coffee is gone cold, it's like time froze. There you go, wishing, floating down, I wish it would. It's like I'm always causing problems, causing hell. I didn't mean to put you through this, I could tell. We're gonna sweep this under the carpet. I hope that I can turn back the time to make it all alright for us.
And hello, everybody. We welcome you back in to Ames, Iowa. For the start of this third period at the Ames ISU Ice Arena, I'm Cristiano Simonetta, joined alongside by Stephen Cohn. 2-1 Illinois. After 40 minutes, we get set for the final period of regulation. Will it be the final period of hockey we see tonight? Well, we have to watch 20 minutes of Illini Cyclones CSCHL action.
Hey, I like being right, so I'll take a 2-2 overtime game. But at the same time, if you're an Illini fan, huge game, regulation win tonight. That would do wonders for Illinois' conference standing.
Trevor Sabo on the draw with Bobby Ernsting. And Sabo controls the Cyclones once again going from left to right like they did in the first period. Illinois going from right to left. Joey Caprio lost the puck for Sabo, streaking in down right wing. His fluttering wrister was blocked. And glove there by Heflin, 14 seconds into the third period.
Yeah, easy save there by Heflin. Illinois not getting many shots at 5-on-5 there in the second. That's where Iowa State really started to play better.
Near side face-off. Ernsting won it. And here is Opilka. Going outlet, now for counter. Chip pass, now for Ernsting, maybe free. Bobby Ernsting on the backhand, he slides. And that was redirected, possibly off the stick of number 19, Ryder. And almost into the cage, 30 seconds into the third period, still 2-1 Illinois.
Bobby Ernsting leads the Illinois team in scoring, just having a great season.
And backhanded in there by Severson. It is Joey Caprio. 1 goal, 5 assists in 24 games played. And almost a steal here. Now Homer, backdoor play on the backhand there was McGing, and that one was stifled. Rittendale comes a pinch at the right point. Now down low for Holmgren. That route was quickly jumped by Max Olson, who's had a phenomenal game. And Max Olson, as a freshman defenseman, playing all these minutes in CSCHL time for Jason Fairman, he has impressed the heck out of me tonight. Will probably be a big part of this Cyclone team moving forward for the next couple of years. And here he is again, 6'3", 185 out of Northfield, Minnesota. His pass was off the stick of Azevedo. And here is Homer on the backhand, setting up Joe Nolan. He streaks over the red line, blue line, left side, fires one. Save made by Gedeke. 1:29 into the third period. The message is the same, Steven. Get as many shots on goal as possible because Matt Gedeke is going to give up rebounds eventually.
Yeah, and that's where Illinois struggled in the second period. Get back to how this game was in that first 5 minutes when Illinois was just pounding Gedeke with shots and able to get that early goal.
Face off to the right of Gedeke. It's Goggin and Cruikshank. Goggin won that cleanly, being the defensive side, even though he had to put his stick down first. Kendati pinching into the left point, alongside with Hansen. Stuve keeping the puck in, a last-ditch effort. He goes skate the stick. Stuve tags himself up. Now Richter back-checking there. He was taken down by number 8, Jared Erickson, with a legal play, and it's lofted back down the ice.
Yeah, the defense tonight from Iowa State just been spectacular, keeping them in the game despite all of Illinois' shots.
Stuve down for Richter. He couldn't get it in deep. Stuve, they have a one-on-one. Erickson was tied up. And now on the goal line, he shoots one in. That one is stifled away by the stick of Gedeke. Now behind the goal. Iowa State withstanding some pressure here from Illinois. Now John Moskogel on the near side. Cruikshank late on his shift. Doesn't want to take a penalty on the back check. That's cleared in by number 5, Hansen. Graham, nice reverse there for Kendati.
Grant Stuve looks very confident tonight, creating several opportunities for himself.
How about the confident Evan Sabo dangling one on board? He is leveled after he gave up the puck. 17:27 left in the third period, but number 28 keeps going.
Evan Sabo tonight, just great time with the puck.
Oh, nice move by Neil Novosel between his legs. A move from a fourth liner that you don't often see, and that was executed to perfection to keep the puck going north for Illinois. Dumped out to the middle. Caprio had it in his skates. He wands one back into the ISU zone, and he's got it again, and repeat my last sentence.
Hey, got to remember that fourth line for Illinois is so young, so that's probably not a fourth line for very long. It's going to be a top line pretty soon.
As sent in there by Sabo. Gloved away by Caprio, and Joey Caprio's had a big shift. Evan Sabo now skating away 3-on-3 for Illinois. He'll fire one in, another save by Gedeke, but the key here, Steven, Gedeke is holding on to these pucks, allowing for offensive zone faceoff. So if you're Illinois late on a shift and you don't want to give the puck away and possibly get caught on a change, fire the puck into the goaltender. If he holds on, you've got a great opportunity to score off the draw.
Yeah, the fourth line gets the change now. You get someone like Bobby Ernsting in there and give him a chance.
And Bobby wins a draw cleanly for Nolan. Looking through traffic, he lost the puck, and now moving the other way is Uglum. And Nolan, what a play there to swipe the puck back out to center ice. So the freshman, he's going to make mistakes. But now coming the other way is Uglum again, fires left pad, saved there by Heflin, and the rebound was almost squirted free for an Iowa State Cyclone stick, but now it's Rittendale for Nolan far side. He's got him.
David Heflin was outside his crease at that point, so still a great save.
Counter got it to the red line. We're 3:45 into the third period. Still 2-1 our score, and Iowa State's going to come with some punches, and they're going to be heavy. And David Heflin has got to be the guy to stop all of them for Illinois if they expect to come out of this third period alive.
And definitely not the time for Illinois to just stay back and just hope to let Iowa State just play offense. Illinois has to keep pounding Gedeke, hope to get that third goal, or at least maintain the time puck possession.
4 minutes exactly into the third period and icing, so another face-off for Illinois. Right in Matt Gedeke's kitchen. And Illinois has to manage their pinches. They have to manage everything. But like you said, don't be too conservative. You have a 1-goal lead and some time. And now Tyler Opilka deking through 2. Caprio backs off. Charlie Salk with a big hit along the near side. That was on number 8, Erickson. McGing threw one in off a skate, just trying to dump the puck. And out to center are the Cyclones. A possible 3-on-2 rush was negated there by Opilka. A small play there, but is one that is going to be big when it comes to how close these two teams are and how they match up defensively. Far side corner, we get a tie-up. Here is Opilka, dropping one for McGing, and he'll just go wide, and look at James McGing going coast to coast. Look at him go! James McGing, he's all alone! Left pad save there by Gedeke. Holy cow! James McGing going from his own defensive zone through the middle, and Gedeke was sliding from left to right, but kept that left pad down on the ice. But man, whew, James McGing. That's all you can say.
Hey, James McGing's numbers are down from years past, but the explosiveness they still provides this Illinois team, an outstanding play taken by himself all the way to Gedeke.
15-13 left in the third period. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. Illinois with the draw win. Spiked down low by Stuve. Nick Sandy to the Cyclones' aid. They reset, and Illinois backs off. 1-4 checker. The lone one is Cruikshank. And you see the Cyclones wanting to set up along the wing. Some crosser routes. Here they come off the skate here. And knocked back by Kendati off the stick of Goggin. And Cruikshank checks a man off the play, cancels him out. Jack Graham gains the red line, goes cross corner. The Illini defensive core stays on. The forward groups begin to change. 14:40 left in the third. There's animosity in this crowd here, Steven. There's tension. You just want to see what happens next, and the big goal is going to be big. And here's Novosel fires in a save made by Gedeke, and of course, I mean, the next goal is going to be big. And a whistle. 5:33 into the third period. Illinois with already 5 shots in this last frame of regulation. They've been the ones who have been dictating offensively, and no end in sight as of right now.
But the crowd's starting to get more lively. Cheerleaders band. It's all going on here at the Ice Arena.
Sabo, quick shot off the draw, knocked away by the left pad of Gedeke. So Evan Sabo, probably his best game as a member of the Fighting Illini. No questions asked.
No better time for him as well.
Now on the right circle, Severson, bad angle, and a blocker save there by Heflin, and it goes up into the netting. 5:49 into the third period, a whistle. John Severson, underrated player for Jason Fairman's club. 16 points in 28 games this season. We're out of Rockford, Illinois, and he's been around this club for a very long time, a junior forward. That is a timely score.
Yeah, and had a great chance right there to take it all the way to Heflin at the right circle.
Off the draw, a tie-up. Here comes Nolan, away with it now up for David Kellner, but it goes through his stick as Ryder was bearing in down on him. Maybe a 3-on-2, Tony Uglum. Along the far side, it's Kramer. Backhanded in, and a backhanded drive from Uglum. Didn't reach the cage as he had run out of real estate. On the far side, half-boards, now it's Anthony Song. Chips one, out of the air attempt, and a second whack at it. That would have been quite the goal if it ever found Twine or the shot. Now left circle, fired on, save by Heflin, rebound try. And a Cyclone slipped while attempting that second chance opportunity. Illinois survives that, but Azevito's right back in for the Cyclones. Laid on ahead for Kramer. Fires. Blocker saved by Heflin. It's up in the air and whacked out correctly and accurately there by Joe Nolan. He must have played baseball in high school.
Yeah, the righty. Oh, took a huge hag of that one
That's
above
like
his head.
Chris Bryant over there.
Hey,
I bet
about
you
the
don't
same
like that
size.
reference. You
No,
don't like that reference.
I can live with that.
As we get a whistle,
play.
13-19. Up in the third period. Hey, it's unconventional, it's uncanny, but it works.
Hey, it could have been trouble if that puck was able to, if Noel missed it, it could have been right there at the right circle. Great chance for Iowa State.
That one probably would have cleared the left side of guaranteed rate field.
Now I can get behind that joke. What about Illinois Field? Baseball practice started today.
Do you know the dimensions?
At Illinois Field?
Yeah.
No idea.
Back to hockey. Now left circle. Iowa State pressuring right circle now. It's Olsen. He goes down low for Alcott. Bad angle. Shoots. Oh, right in the midsection there of Caprio. Let's just say that his broadcasting career may have just been canceled. His voice just went up a couple notches. Now here's Chance Homer the other way. 1-0 and a shot save there. Mike Gedeke. He cuts him down. And 12:59 left in the third period. It's still 2-1.
Oh, hey, still getting over that Joey wow. Joey Caprio, who's known to throw his body in front of pucks, does it right there again. It leads to an Illinois breakout and a chance. That's all I'm going to say. I have nothing else to say about
Luckily, it hit him in the abdomen area, maybe the inside of the left thigh, but that'll be a question to ask him after the game. But, of course, that reference, that comment that I made, if you're a Chicago Blackhawks fan, maybe recognize it. After Eric Daze shot a puck into Rich Hill in 1992, I believe, the early 1990s, and it hit him in a more sensitive spot. Here is counter. We are a family-friendly broadcast.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
And a shot there from Cruikshank. Gedeke decides to play it. And Cruikshank almost gobbled up that chance. 12:42 left in the third period. The Cyclones seem discombobulated in their own zone, and Jason Fairman has to be upset about that.
Yeah, the game's starting to slow down. I think that kind of pace, though, is going to favor Iowa State.
Uglum now to the right point. Severson stolen away by Bobby Ernsting. And David Counter with his wheels may have Ernsting cutting in the front of that. 2-on-1 developing for Illinois. Counter out in front, too hard and too fast to handle for Ernsting just in front of his blade, or else he would have been sprung.
Yeah, David Counter is having a great night, especially in offense.
He got the scoring started with a power play goal in the first period. Of course, Tony Uglum responded, and Uglum on the ice right there lets one go. Aaron Azevedo, right circle. And down low for Severson. He walks the line. Tipped there by number 19, Ryder. Backhanded in by Uglum. Severson again. Fakes the drive. Shoots one more time and meets the glass. It is Kolas. Chops one down. Wide of Gedeke. And 11:44 left in the third period. Illinois with 20 seconds of power play time to kill.
Yeah, this is a much better PK unit for the Illini. It's not like the time in the second period where we didn't even know there was a penalty. Illinois forcing Iowa State into difficult situations.
David Heflin out to stop it there. Here's Jack Graham. Graham tied up along the end boards. 3 seconds left in the Iowa State power play. It is Cruikshank along the near side. Back to 5-on-5. Stuve comes out. Cruikshank plays it ahead for him. This one may be icing. And Stuve thought he got to the puck. And Justin Paulson will just skate away and take that icing call. 11-11 Make-A-Wish left in the third period. 2-1 Illinois.
It was that close to a chance for Illinois, so just let them a little too much. And Illinois is going to have to respond here on this defensive zone faceoff.
And Cruikshank's gassed right now, Stephen. You can see it at the bottom of your screen there. Big face-off against number 9 Sabo that likes to play it back to the right point where Hallback is. Instead, one to the right winger. Now the left point. Shot there from Olsen. Deflected out in front and knocked away by Illinois. It's Richter. Spinning one just out in front of Alcott. That shot would not have counted if it had gone in due to the delayed offside.
And Cruikshank able to finally get off the ice.
Richter with a man on his back. He clears it in. Stuve and Hallback come together. Hallback takes a tumble. Almost at the halfway point of this third period. Still 10:45 left in the third. And the score hasn't changed since 3:37 into the second period where Drew Richter gave the Illini their second lead of the night.
You wouldn't know it, though. So many great offensive chances for both teams.
Here is James McGing, and we saw what he did on his last 5-on-5 shift. He tunes up the band now for Holmgren, who's shouldered by number 4 Olsen. And the Iowa State crowd looking for something to cheer about. Uglum goes far side for Colton Kramer. Look at this. How about that? And he is dumped there by Opilka, but 3 or 4 consecutive whacks out of the air. And now a slap from McGinn gets it out to center ice. But looking like Alex Ovechkin in the neutral zone was Colton Kramer keeping that puck alive. And spun around to a vacant wing. Bobby Ernsting has some room to move. And he almost overskated and went through a man, but it's just offside. So 10:03 into the third period. Illinois nursing that 1-goal cushion.
Yeah, if you're concerned about James McGinn leaving the program after this season, good news, you still have Bobby Ernsting, who brings maybe about the same skill level and just being able to handle the puck.
And they're guys that can be game breakers. Luke Forfar's another one of them. And Thomas Kolas coming into the fold once more. Illinois' offense, there's a spark there as Moskaluk created a turnover. Novosel chipped it in. Off the skate to the stick of Brian Bandick. Near side, and he dumps it. Here is Graham. Interesting lineup combination from Illinois. Head coach Nick Fabrini trusting his bottom line groups both in the forwards and the defense. And this one's not going to be icing. Racing to it is Paulson. Moskaluk collides with him, steals the puck off of a skate, and ricochets to the far side where it's Kolas spinning away from it. He runs into trouble and moves the puck out of the near side. Kendati with an active pinch. And he gloves it, braces himself along the dasher, and it's Kolas. Back for Graham. Jack Graham wants to accelerate. He'll move in left wing. Jack Graham just a bit off sides as either Ernsting or Counter couldn't hang on the line. 9:04 left in the third period. The time is ticking for Iowa State to try and get back in this game. How do you think they'll do it?
Well, first I think they might do it right here against these bottom pairings for Illinois. This is their moment to really take advantage of that, because if once you get those top line, that top defensive pairing again, I feel it's going to be really tough even if Iowa State decides to pinch.
Anthony Song to the far side. It's Ryder. He fanned on the pass. Ernsting with the forecheck. And Rittendale knocks one in the middle. Great pass there from Bobby. Counter. Almost diving to keep that play alive for Illinois. And a nice move there from Sabo. Rittendale. Now for Counter. Look at David Counter. Inside, outside. Has Kolas in the middle. Counter will wrap. Left point option in Nolan. Goes far point option. It was knocked away there. And a punch exchange from Sabo as Counter was tied up with him. We'll stay at 5-on-5, though, as we should. 8:30 left in the third.
I want to see Illinois get a shot right here, kind of being stagnant on offense.
Here is Ernsting. Almost taking the puck in, but had to double back. Here is Song. Retreating in his own zone. Gathering his troops. Over his blue line, now red line, cleared in, and a glove save there by Heflin. Almost deceived him. And that pass, a very dangerous one, but it gets out. And now, Olsen comes free for Hallbach. Off the skate of Nolan. Iowa State cannot advance into Illinois' territory and keep the puck. Here's another example. It's Nolan. Dangling away on his backhand, flipping it out. No icing, 7:50 left in the third. You think Illinois is playing a bit too defensive and not exactly aggressive offensively.
Yeah, and that's why that play by David Eflin was risky, to get rid of the puck and let Illinois try to take it to neutral ice.
You don't want to see a team back in, especially when they have that 1-goal lead. Opilka kept the puck in and knocked it back out, but an offside. 12:28 in the third period. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. It's a fantastic CSCHL matchup on the road presented by YouTube. We are Illini Hockey. We thank you for tuning in. But there have been moments for Iowa State where there's been some great plays, and we've been there to call them, and that's just the tempo that CSCHL brings. It's never going to be an onslaught, and even if it is, the Saturday game may just turn in the other team's favor.
Yeah, we saw that earlier this year. Ohio lost Illinois 7-1.
And Cruikshank may get the gate for a penalty, and he will. On the rush, he's going to the box. 7:21 left in the third period. It'll be interference, and that is a pivotal point in the hockey game.
Yeah, you have any idea which side of the ice that was on? It was another offensive zone penalty. 3 of them tonight, plus 6 men on the ice. 2 main men on the ice. So Illinois, their 4th unforced error tonight, and they will have to once again try to kill this PK.
Head coach Nick Fabrini bringing out Tom Kolas, Bobby Ernsting as the forwards, Joey Caprio, Tyler Opilka, who have played over 23 minutes already. This is big for Iowa State to win this opening draw.
It's not Joey Randall in this situation, so we'll see eventually when he comes in, but give him a little extra rest right now.
Biggest power play of the game for Iowa State. They win it. And Alcott to the far side. It's Colton Kramer. Excuse me, that was Anthony Song. Now down low. As this is Goggin trying to jam play. Back at the far side. It's Sabo. Coming away are the Cyclones. Left pad save there and waffle boarded away by Heflin to the near side. It's Alcott. 26 seconds killed by Illinois. Still a minute 34 left. And here they shrink the ice. Now down low, out in front. Here comes the shot. Score! Anthony Song, the game is tied. 6:45 left in the third.
Get those few shots, and David Heflin kind of rattle him, get him a little bit out of position, and just put it right past him. You said they were trying to make the ice a little smaller, kind of kind of going toward the net, and easy shot for Song.
Anthony Song is only his third goal this season, but it's the biggest one of his season so far. 13-15 in the third period. Twos are wild, and overtime is approaching, but we still got some time left before that.
Yeah, just crowding in that, making the ice a little smaller, made that play possible for Song.
And a critical penalty there from Eric Cruikshank. They could have been avoided, but Illinois with a chance to avenge it. Here is Nolan. Down low for McGing. McGing shoots it wide intentionally. And a bad angle shot there from the captain. Oh, what a hit there from McGing on Uglum. He flattened him as Uglum had his head on the near side. And look at this. Hacks there from Azevedo. And now they're going after everybody. And that was a legal hit there. Called by the officials. 6:13 left in the third period. Uglum probably
bleeding.
Needs some help. He's bleeding on the ice right now.
Without a helmet on. Not sure if the hit knocked off the helmet, but Uglum's still down being looked at.
And Tony Uglum is in a lot of discomfort right now. No penalty on the play.
Aaron Azevedo kind of taken back by a ref. Keep him away from James McGing.
And here's the thing, Steven. I did not see an original call on that hit.
Yeah, it looked like a clean hit. I'm still down. Joey Rando waiting close to the scorer's table. Waiting for a ruling. Tyler Opilga with David Heflin in Illinois' net. And on knee is Gedeke, the Iowa State goaltender. Illinois heads their bench.
Now, this is too close to call. If you want to look back on the instant replay, of course, if you want to stay with a live broadcast, you very well can to get the up-to-date updates on this game. We have a stoppage, 6:13 left in the third. We only have one angle, and that's the angle you are seeing. And on this play, it gets thrown around to the near side. Uglum's looking the wrong way. Now, if James McGing elevates into the head, it looks like it was helmet to helmet or a shoulder to the head. We'll never know because, hey, I don't wear stripes, but you never want to see a player bloodied, especially one as talented as Tony Uglum, who's made a big impact in this one. I'm trying to think where the blood could have came from, because if he bit his lip, or did he get split right open? That's the more dangerous part.
And we've seen James McGing take these hits before, or give these hits before. Happened last season. He was suspended for a few games. Missed the CSCHL game against Robert Morris in the CSCHL tournament. So there is precedent to James McGing these big hits.
This is a close one, Steven. The NHL gets these wrong sometimes. And watching it over and over on the replay, he braces for contact, and it looks like the shoulder may catch him. And if that's the case, that's not a good hockey hit from James McGing. It was such a fast, hard play. And Azevedo gets 5 minutes for an attack on James McGing. He's sticking up for his guy. I'm not going to act like that's such a unfamiliar play. If you see your guy, your star player, decked.
Well, it's Justin Paulson right now in the also with 2-man minor.
So exactly. Nothing on Illinois' side. And as we drifted away while the action was at the other end, there were 4 or 5 slashes from Azevedo, strong ones, that at least may have gotten him kicked out of the game. And Uglum is still on the bench. Well, actually, he's being taken care of by the trainer. 6:13 left in the third period. If you just join us, it's a tie game. Cristiano Simonetta with you. Stephen Cohn alongside Tony Uglum was hit by James McGing in a bang-bang play. The blood is still on the ice.
That's a lot of blood.
He is okay, though. There was no stretcher. There was no emergency to get him off the ice in terms of any sort of threatening injury. We just want to preface that if you just joined us again. Uglum is standing up. He seems to be in full control of everything, but you never want to see a hit like this if that's going to be the result, no matter if it was legal or not, because these are two teams. They don't like each other very much, but nobody wants to see the opposition end up like that.
And a little recap right now for Illinois. They haven't scored in over a period at this point. It's been about almost 30 minutes, half this game, where Illinois has been held. Score was scored about the 16-minute mark, 3:37 into that second period with Richter's goal. So Illinois, once again, not being very aggressive on offense. Kind of the same story we saw last Friday night.
It's always unsettling when you see the ice crews scraping away. It doesn't matter how much blood or whatever. It's a very physical sport, folks. It's not one for the game or for the faint of heart. But, man, James McGing doesn't throw the body around too much on the defensive side, but he caught Uglum with his head turned the wrong way, and we've seen that on the other side. Jack Graham was leveled last week by Jamestown. Dylan Haney was the perpetrator there, but nobody in the penalty box for Illinois. I think the referees are calling this a clean hockey hit. But my personal opinion, of course, the retaliation from Azevedo. McGing didn't do anything after the play. But my problem is if that is a missed call, if that is a direct hit to the head, I don't know if we'll ever find that out. But our thoughts are with Tony Uglum, of course, still off the ice right in front of us. You actually could see him right below the period 3.
And the impact of Tony Uglum being off the ice, this is maybe Iowa State's best offensive player.
And you're also down a man on the PK, too. And this may be a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes.
So a great chance for Illinois right now. Be aggressive. And that takes it down to 4 minutes left on the 5-on-3 and 1 minute left on the 5-on-4.
And that's what it's going to be. 5-on-3 for Illinois. And, of course, the fans don't like it.
So just an awful time. So an awful sequence right there for Iowa State if you're a Cyclones fan. Maybe your best offensive player goes down, and you lose Azevedo as well as Paulson.
Azevedo gone, 5 minutes. But Iowa State with a chance here to clear the puck, and they do. This is big, Steven. It sounds very cookie-cutter and, of course, obvious, but if Illinois can't capitalize on this extended 5-on-3 as well as a major power play, Iowa State's going to have a big advantage. Here's James McGing moving in low circles on his backhand. Here he comes out in front, and Holmgren was stifled. Left circle for Cruikshank. Here is Opilka, wide open. Here's Cruikshank. Down low for McGing, 5.5 to go. Cruikshank slaps one, blocked down by a stick. And now to the corner, it's McGing. Back up for Cruikshank. Minute 17 left on the 5-on-3. It's Opilka, right circle. He gets it back. Tyler Opilka's wide open, and he shot over the net, and it comes back and wafted away there by Iowa State. A minute gone by on the 5-on-3.
Iowa State doing great here on the 5-on-3. Illinois gained some shots on that.
Here's Holmgren on the near side, tied up a man. Stuve is wide open with Cruikshank. Back door. Stuve looking for McGing out in front. A nice sliding block there. Oh, man, Adam Alcott saved a sure goal. 5 minutes left in the third period. 45 seconds left in the 5-on-3. 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the major. Assessed to Azevedo. Illinois' power play has to strike if they want to keep this win for them alive. It is Kolas. That pass, no receiver, and that is the worst thing you could do.
And not a good pass from Kolas, and so far just kind of a sloppy sequence. Illinois, the cycling on the 5-on-3 hasn't been that great also.
Here is Nolan. Going up the middle. Here comes Joe Nolan. A save. He scores! Joe Nolan, coast to coast. Power play goal. 4:28 left in the third period. Illinois up 3-2.
Joe Nolan's 9th goal of the season. Puts that line up, takes it all by himself through his center of the ice, and he's a forward that plays defense.
That's all you could say. He's a defenseman, but he is an offensive machine. And the power play, it's going to move to a 5-on-4. Azevedo, the power play still carries over for 3:15. But a game-changing play in the hit from James McGing on Tony Uglum is going to be talked about the entire season.
Yeah, that could have a huge impact in the final standings here. The way those penalties were handed out. But for Illinois right now, 4 more minutes to keep going on this power play. You win this game. But Illinois still has to be aggressive. Try to score that 4th goal.
Yeah, they need that insurance. Here's Nolan. Here's Richter now, far side, Stuve. And Richter, speed for Kolaz. Nolan center. Right point for Stuve. 4 minutes left in the game. Nolan fires. Snapped his stick, or I thought he did. Maybe a 2-on-2. Speedy forward at Sabo. Sabo going wide. Passing one in front. A save made there by Heflin. And they're just going to tie him up along the end boards with 2:40 left in the power play. Almost a turnover. Here comes Uglum on the back end. Oh, and that was almost a clear chance in Illinois with a man advantage. Also with a 2-on-2. Ernsting skating around a man. Taking a pair of slashes. Goes backhand. And a man slips over the puck. But it's Sandy. Going cross corner for Alcott, stopping and starting one-on-one. He's got a shot, deflected wide. Here is Ernsting. 2:15 left in the major power play. Here's Opilka. Trying to take it himself, Nolan-esque. It's cleared away through the middle. And Heflin may set this up for Ernsting. He will.
And the left side of the net was open for Alcott there. And just couldn't find the back of the net.
3:10 left in the 3rd period. 1:55 left in the power play. Crookshank has the left circle. May try and drive. And that's off the outside of the cage. It is Homerin. Now on the near side, Goggin wants to clear. Can't do it. Opilka keeps it in with the left skate. That's outstanding. Here's McGing left circle. Put the exclamation point on this game if Illinois is able to score. Here's Richter stepping in left circle. Through Trevor, score! And it's Drew Richter! 2:44 left in the 3rd period. Another power play goal for Illinois. They have doubled their lead.
Hey, Drew Richter, 12 goals now in the season. Drew Richter, 2 goals tonight, and that might be the insurance that puts this game away for the Illini.
Tony Uglum's got his helmet back on, Steven. And looks like he's back on the bench. And Tony Uglum is showing a extreme amount of courage to be able to keep playing in this game. Illinois up 4-2 with a power play for 131. Still, it's a major power play, so Illinois is able to score as many goals as they want, and they have scored 2 so far, one from Joe Nolan, the other one from Drew Richter.
Yeah, Drew Richter, another excellent night. David Kellner has a goal. Joe Nolan, the Illini came to play tonight. It wasn't the guys like James McGing and Eric Crookshank and Grant Stuve that we've been waiting for them to have that breakout game here in the 2nd semester, but it's been some of those unsung heroes like Drew Richter tonight. 12 goals on the season. I don't think most people would realize that.
And the fact that Eric Crookshank only has 10, and he had 23 last year. So when Crookshank starts being keyed in on, it's been guys like Nolan, guys like Richter, first-year players who are able to come into the program and flourish.
And what else could you ask for if you were Nick Fabrini tonight? Your team came to play, had a great goaltending performance from David Heflin. And besides some of those errors like on the offensive zone penalties, Illinois played basically a flawless game.
And look, I'm not a doctor or a trainer, Steven, but would you let Tony Uglum come back into this game?
Now, I'd keep him on the bench till tomorrow. I don't know if there's a concussion protocol that maybe he'd have to go through or anything. But if he'd be shaken up a little bit, I don't feel comfortable if I was Jason Fairman letting him back in the game tonight.
I echo those statements, and of course it's not because he is a Iowa State player. We've never called the game that one-sided. But we always just want the best for the health of every single player to play in the ACHA, to play in this very series. Back to the ice, 2:25 left in the 3rd period. Illinois up 4-2 with 1:10 left on the power play. Nolan. Stretch pass for counter. He tips it in. And you don't want to see any retaliation here now from Iowa State in the form of a egregious play or something like that. We're going to see some physicality, no doubt. But
tomorrow night's game is just as important as tonight. Try to take the majority of points this weekend.
Here is Sabo. Throwing one out. Knocked down by Ernsting. And it was above the crossbar, so they whistle it. Under 2 minutes of play in the 3rd period. 45 seconds still left on Azevito's major, and he may be suspended for tomorrow's game, depending on the video rule.
Which would be huge for the Illini because there's another offensive threat, and if Tony Uglum maybe not 100% tomorrow night, Iowa State might be down their top 2 offensive players.
Face off to the right of Heflin. Left circle on your screen. Still a 5-on-4 advantage for Illinois. It's written there. And Nolan, who if this game and the score holds up, he will get the GWG. And the last CSCHL game the Illini played, guess who scored the game-winning goal? And late in the third period. And late in the third period, too.
I took a guess.
Down to 90 seconds. Dumped down by Iowa State. No icing, of course, because they're killing a power play, but they're going to be very aggressive here and try to score a pair of shorthanded goals, or maybe at least one. 9 seconds left in the power play. 1:20 left in the hockey game. It's Nolan. Now for home run. Deeks, forehand, backhand. Has McGing through the middle and hits him. And McGing's a wanted man here in this last shift as Salk plays it in. James McGing going 1-on-4.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a storyline to watch out for in tomorrow night's game.
Anthony Song, who tied up the game momentarily in the third period. Dumped in by Graham. And a high stick. 3 members of the Illini on the ice were able to catch it, as were the referees. 52.9 left in the third. 4-2, and we're back to even strength.
And right now, yeah, as you said, just keep the game clean. Just try to maybe not hold on to the puck, but just keep the game where it's at.
And Uglum's on the ice for a shift.
Yeah, still not sure about that.
And we've seen the NHL and the NFL adjust their concussion protocol. USA Hockey obviously doing that, but Uglum can't race to the icing. And a whistle with 43.7 left in the third. It's taking a different tone, that entire play.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the play of the game, not because it was a great play, but the effect that it had overall. The 2 penalties, Tony Uglum, just this place kind of went silent after that.
Here's Graham. Down low for Cruikshank. Eric Cruikshank spins one out to the middle. Kendati with the puck on his stick. Goes to the far side. Graham tipped in there by Cruikshank and a reverse hit. So head coach Nick Cabrini putting out his defensive guys who, if they're going to be in a vulnerable position, they're going to be able to at least know what's coming. Nice move from Alcott. He dumps the puck into the far side. Jason Fairman is not pulling his goaltender. And watch out in this far side scrum. Sabo's in the middle of it. Richter tosses one out. 9 seconds ago in the game, Illinois up by 2. And a late surge from the Illini in the third period on the power play leads them to a 4-2 victory on the Friday game versus the Iowa State Cyclones. And they get 2 + 1, 3 big points.
What was that? 5 of the 6 goals tonight were on the special teams units, all in the power play. We talked about how important special teams are going to be in tonight's game. And boy, they were, especially that last one, the 2-man minor, the 5-man major. Illinois 2 goals there in the final 5 minutes, and they walk away with a win.
Joe Nolan gets the GWG, but Drew Richter's got to get the first star of the game. He has 2 goals tonight, and now he leads this Illini club in that regard.
Yeah, if you expected that this season, then go to Vegas. I don't know. Just not what we saw coming this year with the Illini. Drew Richter, a great season now, 12 goals. Obviously the first star of the game.
How about David Heflin, though? He wasn't tested the most out of these 2 goaltenders. Gedeke, of course, was and didn't face the most amount of special teams opportunities. But for David Heflin, he made about 3 or 4 dynamite saves that kept Illinois at the lead at the time.
Yeah, if we're going to make a highlight reel of David Heflin at the end of the year, I think we're going to have 3 or 4 of those top 10 saves from tonight's game. A few that kept the Illini in the game, and just he was electric all night. He finally had his comeback game, I feel, last week, and kind of shaky tonight. Not one bad play.
4-2 the final. Illinois defeats Iowa State. We'll be right back here tomorrow night. 7:30 puck drop. Illinois goes for the sweep over the Cyclones. For Stephen Cohn, I'm Cristiano Simonetta. We'll see you Saturday.